Hi everybody, this is Spring, the fiber enthusiast. Welcome back for another stitch tutorial. Today's stitch tutorial is a crocheted stitch tutorial. It is called the Crosshatch stitch. If you're looking for knit stitch tutorials, you can also find them in my channel, as well as tatting. You'll also find me spinning yarn and weaving occasionally. Lots of different stuff to find here. All you gotta do is poke around. So let's get started with this. Take a closer look. Kinda resembles a corner to corner, but it's not, because it's worked from a chain and up from side to side instead of corner to corner to corner to corner like this. And the edge has this chevron look to it. Okay, so let's go ahead and talk about our stitch multiples. The stitch multiples is 7 plus 4. Now, if you're working from a chain, you will also add 3 more stitches, 3 more chains to your base chain. So I'm going to go ahead and grab another color yarn, and we will begin from a chain to make this pattern. Be right with you. Okay, so for today's tutorial, I'll be using Lion Brand yarns. Feels like butter. The recommended hook size is a G 4mm. This is a very, very, very soft yarn. It is 100% polyester. This is a 100-gram ball, and it has 218 yards, or 199 meters. The colorway is Dusty Blue. Love it. Okay, so for the tutorial, we are going to be doing our multiples starting from a base chain. So our multiples are of 7. I'm gonna do 21. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. That's 3 repeats of 7. I also need to add 4 stitches because it's 7 plus 4. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. And because I'm starting from a chain, I need to add 3 more. Just like such. Okay, so our setup row is into the third chain, sorry. You're going to skip the first 2 chains, and into the third chain you're going to place 2 double crochets. That first chain 2 is your first double crochet. So you now have 3 double crochets. You're going to skip the next 3 chains and single crochet into the 4th. So skipping 1, 2, 3, and into this 4th one, we're going to place a single crochet. What this does is create the look of another double crochet. So that means 4. Okay, so now we're going to chain 3. 1, 2, 3. And place 1 double crochet into each of the next 3 chains. One, 2, and 3. Then we're going to skip 3 chains and single crochet into the 4th chain. Now that gives the appearance of 4 double crochets, our chain 3, our 3 double crochets, and our skipped 3 chains. Now we're going to do that again until we get to the last 4 chains of our beginning chain. So chain 1, 2, 3, just like we did previously, and place 1 double crochet into each of the next 3 chains. 1, 2, and 3. Now you're going to skip the next 3 chains and place a single crochet into the 4th chain. We will repeat that. Chain 1, 2, 3, and place 1 double crochet into each of the next 3 chains. 1, 2, and 3. You should have 4 chains left. 1, 2, 3, and 4. You're going to place a single crochet into that last chain and turn your work. That is your setup row. And now we'll begin our second row, which is our repeating row. Okay, so let's begin row 2. Chain 3, 1, 2, and 3. Place 2 double crochets back into that same stitch you just chained 3 from. So 1 and 2. And now we're going to reach over to this first chain of that chain 3 from our previous row here. We're going to go into that very first chain and single crochet. Like such. Single crochet. Chain 3, 1, 2, 3. And now you're going to place 1 double crochet in each of the next 2 chains of that chain 3. So there's 1, and 2. And again, we're going to repeat that. We're going to reach over to our next chain 3 from the previous row and place a single crochet into the first chain, that top chain there. This is your repeat across. So here we are. Now we're going to chain 3 again. 1, 2, 3. And place 1 double crochet in each of the next 2 chains of that chain 3. So there's 1. And 2. And now we're going to reach over to that next chain 3 from the previous row and place a single crochet into the top of that chain 3. The very first chain, single crochet. And again, chain 1, 2, 3. And we're going to place 1 double crochet into each of the next 2 chains of that chain 3 that we're working in. There's 1 and 2. And now we're at the end here where we're going to just reach over and place a single crochet into the top of that very first chain 3. So you have your single crochet, your double crochet, your second double crochet, and here's the top of that first chain 3. Go ahead and place a single crochet there. Now you're going to turn your work and chain 3. 1, 2, 3. Place 2 double crochets into that same stitch you just turned your work and chain 3 from. So there's 1 double crochet and 2 double crochets. And now we're going to again skip the next double crochet, the next double crochet, and we've come to our chain 3. At the top of that chain 3, you're going to place a single crochet. So this is your repeat across. Chain 1, 2, 3. Place 1 double crochet into each of the next 2 chain stitches. 1 and 2. And again, we're going to skip the next 2 double crochets over to our chain 3 and single crochet into the top of that first chain of the chain 3. So there we are. And chain 1, 2, 3. Place 1 double crochet into each of the next 2 chains. And again, we're going to skip over the next 2 double crochets, and in the top of the chain 3, place a single crochet. And chain 1, 2, 3. Now place 2 double crochets, 1 in each of the next 2 stitches. Now place 1 double crochet in each of the next 2 chains. And we're going to reach over to our very last chain 3, and at the top of that chain 3 we're going to place a single crochet, just like that. And pull up a loop so I can remove my hook, and here you go. Here's our swatch. We have our setup row and 2 repeat rows of row number 2, row number 2 and row number 3. So it's a really pretty easy stitch pattern to work up. It works up fairly fast, just like a corner to corner, just you're working from left to right and right to left, depending on if you're left-handed or right-handed. It's fun. I've enjoyed working up these swatches, especially being the feels like butter. And I would consider making something with this stitch pattern. Definitely, because I really am not a fan personally of making the chevron stitch. I've done it a few times, but I'm not a fan of it. So this kind of gives me that look like a chevron. I like it, but it's also as easy and as quick to work up as a corner to corner. I hope you have enjoyed this fairly simple crochet stitch pattern tutorial. And if you have, please let me know down in the comments section. Let me know what you think you would make with this. Would it be some type of summer garment or a blanket, maybe even a scarf There's many things that you could use this for. I think I would make something like a throw with it, personally. But I want to know what you would make with it. Let's get those wheels a-turning and think about what we would make with this pretty cool, interesting little pattern here. If you haven't already and would like to, I have a Facebook group. You're more than welcome to come on over and hang out with us in our Facebook group. The link is down below. Come over and share your works in progress, or ask questions, or answer questions for people. Come hang out with us. If you don't have Facebook and you have Instagram, you can also tag me in Instagram. My Instagram handle and information is down in the description box. If you don't have either of those, don't fret. I do have an email address. You can also find it down in the description box. Feel free to email me and share pictures with me, or just chit chat by all means. Would love to hear from you. And I thank you for coming and joining in with me on my stitch tutorials and my Thursday night live spinning and all the other fun stuff that happens here. Until next time, everybody, be blessed and be a blessing. Bye for now.